There are moments in life that feel almost magical. Times when we can't quite explain why we ended up in a certain place, heard certain words, or felt a sudden pull deep inside our hearts. And right now, as you listen, you might sense that this moment is one of those rare times. You didn't arrive here by accident. Something far greater than chance has been guiding you step by step to this very point. There's a stirring within you, isn't there? A quiet, persistent whisper urging you towards something more, something beyond the ordinary rhythm of daily life. It's not just a passing thought or a fleeting emotion. It's the voice of a higher calling, the gentle but insistent nudge of the divine, reminding you that you were made for more than the comfort zones you've grown used to. Right now, the familiar world around you, the routines, the patterns, the safe spaces, may soon feel like they no longer fit, because you are being prepared for something entirely new. This isn't just a small adjustment, it's a transformation. The life you've known is making way for a reality in which you'll see yourself and the world through an entirely new lens. And I'll tell you this truthfully, what you're about to hear may be one of the most important messages of your life. So stay with me until the very last word. Together, we're going to step into profound truths about the delicate dance between duality and oneness with the divine, about how your inner frequency is shifting, and about the deep spiritual maturity you're being called to embrace. These aren't just ideas. They are keys to unlocking a life filled with clarity, peace, and power. So take a breath, open your heart, and allow what you hear to reach beyond the mind, down into the soul. Your spiritual frequency is changing. You may not see it with your physical eyes, but you can feel it. Life, as you've known it, is quietly undergoing a recalibration. Beneath the surface of your everyday experiences, deep within your being, there is movement, an alignment with higher states of awareness, like a musical note settling into perfect harmony. This is what it means when we say your frequency is rising. It's not an abstract concept, it's an energetic truth. Every thought you hold, every word you speak, every choice you make sends ripples into the unseen. At lower frequencies, when fear, doubt, and confusion dominate, those ripples draw people and situations that mirror that same energy. But as you elevate, embracing love, gratitude, purpose, and peace, your outer world responds in kind. New doors open, new people arrive. Opportunities seem to find you effortlessly. Perhaps you've already begun noticing the signs. The conversations that once inspired you now feel hollow. Friendships or connections that once felt safe no longer align with where your soul is heading. Environments or habits that once seemed harmless now feel limiting. There's a restlessness in your spirit, an insistent reminder that there is more, much more, waiting for you. And then there are the synchronicities, the little winks from the universe, numbers that repeat, words you needed to hear showing up in unexpected ways, encounters that feel anything but accidental. You're not imagining it. As your frequency shifts, your awareness sharpens. You begin to notice the subtle threads that weave life together. Your intuition strengthens, guiding you with quiet certainty. And here's something beautiful. This shift carries a deep sense of peace, even when life feels uncertain, because you begin to truly trust. You know you are not wandering aimlessly, you are being led. The divine isn't far away. It's here, moving through you, speaking through you, shaping your path. This rising frequency is the foundation for a new way of living, where your actions flow from purpose, your presence naturally inspires, and your energy itself becomes a gift. And the more you allow this shift, the more natural it feels, like learning a rhythm that soon becomes second nature. But now you're also being invited into something deeper, spiritual maturity. This isn't about feeling good or collecting uplifting ideas. This is about growth that runs deep. Spiritual maturity means you embody the wisdom you've gained. You don't just know the path, you walk it. It's not about how many books you've read or how long you've been seeking. It's about the depth of your openness, your willingness to be shaped by love, compassion, and truth. Think of it like tending a garden. Seeds will not grow without patience, water, and light. In the same way, your soul needs nurturing, space, and time to flourish. Maturity is revealed in how you respond when life doesn't go your way. Do you react from fear, or do you meet the moment with grace? It's about releasing the illusion of control. This doesn't mean you stop caring, it means you trust the timing and unfolding of your journey. You begin to see that blessings and challenges alike are part of your divine curriculum. And yes, this growth takes courage. You will be called to face your shadows, to be honest about the patterns you've been avoiding, and to see clearly where you've been holding back. But the reward is profound, because on the other side of that courage is freedom. As you mature spiritually, you develop a steadiness that isn't shaken by external events. You become more compassionate, not just toward others, but toward yourself. You begin to sense the unspoken needs of those around you, and you respond from genuine care rather than obligation. And here's the most transformative part. Your growth doesn't just serve you, it ripples outward. Your presence becomes a living example of what's possible. Without effort, you inspire others to rise, to open, to see life differently. Your frequency uplifts theirs. This is why your journey matters. Every step you take toward greater alignment shifts the collective energy. And this leads us to one of the most powerful lessons you'll learn along this path: the power of detachment. Detachment is not indifference or coldness. It's not turning away from life. It's releasing the grip of expectation. It's loving fully, working passionately, living wholeheartedly, without chaining your peace to the outcome. It's trusting that what is meant for you will never miss you, and what is not meant for you will fall away, no matter how tightly you hold on. Detachment creates space for clarity, for the right people and opportunities to enter, for your soul to breathe. And as you continue to grow, you'll see that this space is not emptiness. It's the room the divine needs to move through your life. And that is where the real transformation begins. Detachment is often misunderstood. It isn't about shutting yourself off from the world, turning cold, or becoming indifferent to life's beauty. No, true detachment is about loosening your grip on what no longer serves your highest good. It's about allowing your soul to breathe, free from the weight of clinging, whether that clinging is to outcomes, to people, or to possessions. When we hold on too tightly, we unknowingly anchor ourselves to the limitations of the physical world. Our spirit, meant to soar, becomes tethered. We tell ourselves we're protecting what matters, but more often, we're protecting our fear of loss. And in doing so, we close the door to the greater blessings waiting to arrive. The call to release that grip isn't easy. The world tells us to hold on, to guard, to claim, to keep. Advertisements push us to want more. Society celebrates possession and achievement as though they define our worth. But here's the truth. Holding on too tightly creates suffering. It traps us in cycles of fear, of what if, of needing constant reassurance. Think of the times you've tried to force something to stay. A relationship past its season, a job that was draining your spirit, a situation that no longer aligned with your truth. The more you fought to keep it, the more it drained you. In those moments, you were telling the universe you didn't trust it to bring you something better. Detachment is not about loss, it's about trust. It's the deep knowing that life has its own rhythm, that everything is temporary, and that nothing truly belongs to you in the way the ego imagines. You are not an owner. You are a steward, a caretaker, a participant in the flow of existence. This realization doesn't create emptiness, it creates expansion. When you release the weight of attachment, you create space. Space for new connections, new opportunities, and new insights that couldn't arrive while your hands were clenched shut. You begin to see life as an unfolding river, carrying you exactly where you need to go. And here's the beautiful side effect: peace. Without the pressure of needing a specific outcome, you free yourself from anxiety. Disappointment loses its power because you understand that what happens is not a mistake. It's a step in the design of your highest good. You start living in the present instead of chasing the future or reliving the past. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring about the people or things in your life. In fact, you love more purely because you stop trying to own or control them. You let people be who they are. You let situations be what they are. And in that freedom, relationships deepen, joy expands, and authenticity shines. As your spiritual journey continues, you eventually encounter an even deeper truth, one that shifts the way you see everything, the illusion of duality. From childhood, we're taught to see the world in opposites: good and bad, right and wrong, light and dark, success and failure. This lens of duality makes life feel like a constant battle between sides. But as you awaken to your higher calling, you begin to see through the illusion. You realize that separation from the divine, from others, from life itself, was never real. You have never been apart from God, from Source, from the infinite intelligence breathing life into all things. You are not a fragment disconnected from the whole. You are the whole, expressed in a unique way. This is living beyond duality. It's not about ignoring challenges or pretending pain doesn't exist. It's about seeing that even the challenges are part of the same divine tapestry as the blessings. Everything is woven together, working for your highest good. The so-called failures, the setbacks, the heartbreaks, they are not detours. They are threads in the grand design. When you understand this, you step into your true power. You stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstance. You realize you are not drifting through life. You are co-creating it. Your thoughts, intentions, and actions carry the power to shape your reality. This doesn't mean life suddenly becomes effortless. Challenges still come, but instead of feeling powerless, you meet them with trust. You begin to ask, what is this teaching me? How is this guiding me forward? And from that place, even difficulties become sacred teachers. As your awareness deepens, you see the divine in everyone and everything, the stranger who crosses your path, the stillness between breaths, the sunlight breaking through after a storm. You start to live as if every moment is a conversation between you and God, because it is. You understand that every person you meet is a mirror, showing you something about yourself or inviting you to see through the eyes of compassion. Every experience becomes an opportunity to express the divine within you through kindness, patience, courage, or simply being present. And this brings you to the most empowering step, stepping boldly into your new reality. This path is not passive. You are not merely a passenger. You are an active co-creator. The energy of the divine flows through you, guiding your steps toward your highest potential. You've been called to more than personal transformation. You've been called to carry light into the world. This doesn't require a stage or a crowd. Your light shines in everyday moments, in the way you speak to someone who is struggling, in the quiet choices that align with truth, in the example you set simply by living authentically. You become a living reminder that others too are more than they've been told. The path ahead will not always be smooth. There will be moments of doubt, uncertainty, and feelings stretch beyond what you think you can handle. But each of those moments is part of your divine curriculum, shaping you into the person you were always meant to be. So trust it all, the victories and the trials. Trust the pauses as much as the progress. Trust that you are never alone in any of it. You are supported. You are guided. You are loved beyond measure by the very source that brought you here. And even now, that source is whispering, "Rise." It's time to step forward with confidence, to live fully in alignment with the calling on your life. You are far more powerful, more capable, and more aligned with your purpose than you've allowed yourself to believe. So take the step. The moment is now. Your new life is not waiting somewhere in the distance. It begins the instant you choose to embrace it. You've been called, and now it is your turn to rise.